and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Anne Onwawado. Coming up on the program today, the federal government promises to enroll more street children in school. The Cross River State government signs an agreement for its Bakassi deep sea port. The federal government has put the latest number of out-of-school children in Nigeria at 10.5 million, half of the figure recorded worldwide. And this figure was confirmed by the Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Education, Dr. Sani Echono. Dr. Echono, who made the reference to the issue at the 2017 Education Conference in Abuja, blames the high figure on the insurgency which ravaged several parts of the northeast. He reaffirmed the government's determination to reduce this number by continually enrolling the children in school.
We are promoting the concept of inclusive education, not to leave any child behind. So we are focusing on children out of school, we are focusing on even people with disabilities, we are focusing on adults who have not had the opportunity for education. We are focusing on those in the Northeast who have been displaced. And the whole idea is to have a holistic approach to education because it's so central to our planning, to the national development objectives of this country. We have developed a strategic plan that has 9 specific pillars, and within the next 3 years, we want to be able to see, for example, in the statement by the Honorable Minister, by 2020, we want to halve the number of people out of school. That's a 50% target. And by 2023, we want to actually be able to say we have reached optimal levels, which means we have streamlined the entire educational structure. Yes, there are specific targets with specific timelines for achieving them.
To Enugu State now, where the government has reiterated its commitment to making the state a choice destination for Medicare. The government made this known while taking delivery of specialized medical equipment valued at over 50 million naira in the state. According to the special advisor to the governor on diaspora and special projects, the state will continue to partner international organizations to upgrade its hospitals.
Public hospitals in Enugu State are ready for an upgrade with the new health equipment donated by Enugu indigents in diaspora and the state chapter of Sir Optimus International.
For heights and all the different positions the doctor in charge could.
The equipment, which include mobile X-ray viewing machines, stress cardiac machines, ultrasound machines, adult and infant ventilators, amongst others, were received by Governor Ifeanyi Ogwuanyi in company of his deputy and other members of the State Executive Council.
Throat specialists. Okay. This is fiber optic light for multiple purposes. It focuses light through a tube.
All is not yet settled, as the Enugu State Commissioner for Health laments the lack of personnel to drive the equipment. This elicits more promises from the equipment donors.
1 or 2 of the equipment here are highly specialized, so they will go into our teaching hospital. The rest of them will be going to the district hospitals, provided we are able to get agreements with specialists who will be utilizing them, because it's no use keeping them where they will not be used. A lot of equipments already donated are lying fallow there. So manpower is as well needed as much as the donated equipment.
We must see to the use of it and make sure that it's well used, utilized. Yes, we can also train manpower if we are allowed to. We can hire, we can arrange for them, even to come and put in some hours and go.
The special advisor to the governor on diaspora and special projects says this is just the beginning of the partnership.
We still have a lot more consignment coming in. So for now, this is the first shipment we have to be a continuous effort on their side if we're able to show that we can take this to our hospitals and help the less privileged in Enugu State.
This gesture is appreciated by the state, which appeals to more individuals and organizations to help it develop not just the health sector, but all aspects of the state's economy.
Now, I told you earlier about the government's determination to reduce the number of out-of-school children in Nigeria. And now let's talk more about this. Joining us from Adamawa State is a public affairs analyst, Dr. Agboso Bameye. Thank you very much for joining us on News Across Nigeria. All right, Nigeria has such a high number of children not in school. I mean, over 10 million has already been confirmed by the federal government. How did we get to this point?
Well, it's a failure of the system. Education in Nigeria has been neglected by successive administrations for a very long time. And so what we have right now is a result of that. It's not the only problem associated with that, but it's one of the problems. Over 10 million out-of-school children, and over 60% of them girls. It's a very bad situation. It's a situation that should not be tolerated. It's very unfortunate, really.
But do you believe that it's just insurgency that drove up this number? There could be other factors. Can you tell us what other factors might have led to this?
No, it's not just insurgency. Insurgency contributed, but before insurgency, we had this out-of-school children problem. Part of it is the Almajiri system in the north, and this particular system is responsible for a little over half of the out-of-school children. And the Almajiri system has been around for a very long time. It's not just the insurgency. Another thing is the attitude of parents towards education, generally in the north, especially girl-child education. Most parents, due to tradition and misrepresentation of religious teaching, do not believe that our girls should be put in school. So we keep these children out of school, and they later on become a burden on the society. So it's not just the insurgency, but the Almajiri school, the Almajiri system, and also the religious as well as socio-cultural beliefs that control parents. Lots of parents in the north are contributory factors, and these ones have been there before insurgency.
Dr. Bamai, you talked about the northern part of Nigeria. It means that the Almajiri children are the highest number of out-of-school children, but there might be other regions in Nigeria that might have contributed to this high number. Can you tell us?
Yeah, there are other regions. There's a large number of out-of-school children in the eastern part of Nigeria now, for different reasons, actually. It's not for the Almajiri system or for the fact that the parents do not believe in education, but simply because people want to make money fast and they think that education is a waste of time. I mean, they would rather get out there, do business, and make money. And the belief is I would marry a lady that is educated so she can take care of the educational side of my business. So it's not just in the north, but the highest number is actually in the north. And that desire to make money fast, to make money quick, unfortunately is catching all across the country. So you have a lot of young people dropping out of school so they can go into business. It's becoming a greater problem all across the country.
Now, one will ask, how realistic is the federal government's plans to take care of the education needs of these children? And can they even pay for it?
Well, the Goodluck Jonathan administration built 165 Almajiri schools in the north, but these schools are not functioning right now. Most of them are not functioning. And the complaints the state governments are giving is that these schools they were built without doing a proper needs assessment. And so they were built in places and areas that does not really, solve the problem. And then the main complaint state governments are given is that these schools are expensive to maintain. So yeah, there's going to be that issue of financing the program of the government to tackle this problem. But my main concern is consistency. One of the major problems we have in Nigeria is that of policy inconsistency and policy somersaults. We come up with a policy and then we throw it out in 5 or 6 years, and policies need about 15 years to mature to begin to give the result. So my worry is whether this administration will carry it through, and if it does, the next administration that comes in, will it be willing to carry it through? Because this problem will not be solved in 1 or 2 administrations.
Really find out if this administration will carry through with that. Thank you very much, Public Affairs Analyst Dr. Agboso Bamayi, for your time on News Across Nigeria. In just a moment, when we return, Cross River State and a Chinese firm have signed an agreement. To tell you more when we return.